Hello, welcome. It's Sunday. We are here on Sunday sessions. Hopefully, your week is going well. It's been as normal an interesting one for me this week. I do find it's quite, just make sure everything's working tech wise. It's working. We are all fine. It's been an interesting week, as you know, every week has its own kind of interestingness. And I think my learning this week has been about kind of the things that trigger me, the things that cause me stress. And sometimes this comes in the actions of other people, and what they do kind of frustrates me for whatever reason. And the learnings I had from this week from that is that's not about them. It's about me. What is it in their actions that triggered me, that made me respond, that made me feel the way that I did, and that for me has been very interesting, because I consider myself quite well balanced. And when something triggered me this week, it kind of let me know that what, there's some stuff in there sometimes that you don't realize is in there, and that gave me a real good chance to kind of dig deep into that, to kind of go, right, why has that affected me in that way? Why is loyalty so important to me? Why do I see this as a threat to those types of things? And it was interesting because at one point I probably almost risked a good friendship over something quite trivial. Yeah, it's been quite a deep one, but like I say, quite an interesting one. So we've got to look at the things that trigger us, that cause us to have a reaction, and find out why. It's not about that other person, because the one thing I have learned is most people, when they do something, they're doing something from their best interests. They've made the right decision for them at that time with the resources that they had. And if their actions makes me feel different, then what is it within me that is triggered by that? So it's been a voyage of discovery this week. So, great to see you, Daryl. Hopefully you are fine and well. Yes, we are overdue a coffee, Daryl. Definitely overdue a coffee. So this week, as with every week, this is a 30-minute session of feel-good hypnosis to give you positive suggestions to help you set aside the stresses from the week, so that you can go deep inside to your unconscious mind, to the parts that bring you joy, to make you feel good, so you can rinse off the baggage of this week and you can start Monday morning fresh, ready to take on the new challenges, the new learnings, the new experiences that the week will hold for you. So, as usual with this session, please do not take part if you're currently seeing the doctor for any serious medical or mental condition. If you are in need of a proper bona fide therapist, then this session is not for you. But please do get in touch with me and I can point you in the direction of one of many fantastic hypnotherapists that I work with. If you are needing full consciousness, such as operating heavy machinery or driving a car, then please do not listen to this session. However, if you are in a relaxed place, if you want to be in a relaxed place, if you're in a safe place, then this is just for you. We will use some visualization and some hypnotic language patterns in order to help your unconscious go to the place that's going to enable you to just feel good. And in that place, your unconscious mind can give you the tools and resources that you need to achieve your goals easily. So what I want you to do whilst you're listening to this or watching me, however it is you choose to do that, I want you to make yourself as comfortable as you can. Set an alarm on your phone for, I say, 40 minutes time. The session will be 30 minutes, but it gives you an extra 10 minutes in case you go off into a bit of a nap. Another thing as well, before we get into the session, let me just pop this up on screen as well. There is a Sunday Sessions group. It is a private Facebook group where if you enjoy these sessions, the links just come up in the comment section there. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to join the Facebook group and just kind of talk about the sessions, put in any suggestions that you have for next week's session. But let's get rid of that right now. So let me bring up the timer for 30 minutes. Make yourself comfortable, take off your shoes, uncross your arms and legs, put your phone on do not disturb, maybe dim the lights if you want to. Just make yourself comfortable. Sit back, lay back, just relax. We're going to put 30 minutes on the clock up here. And there we go. So what I want you to do right now is take a big deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale out slowly, I want you to close your eyes down. As you close your eyes slowly down, I just want you to focus on your breathing. I want you to breathe deeply and easily from your belly, from your stomach. No one's around, nobody's watching. It doesn't matter if you look a bit podgy. Breathe from your stomach. Because when you breathe from your shoulders, you carry this tension up here, and it's not good for you to relax. I want you, as you listen to the sound of my voice, I want you to just let go. And I mean really let go. I want those shoulders to sag. I want you to find any tension that's within your body, and I want you to just let it go. Find out why it's there. And if it's in a certain muscle group, tense that muscle group and then just let it go. Tense your shoulders and then just let them down. Tense all the muscles in your body and then just let them go. Because as you relax those muscles, you enable them to become detangled. You allow the blood to circulate around them properly, and it enables them to work at their optimum way. They're doing what they should be doing, just as you are doing what you should be doing right now. Because what you're doing now is you're taking a small amount of time and you're dedicating that to yourself. You're dedicating it to your mindset. You're dedicating it to your mental health, your well-being. You're dedicating it to enable you to be focused on your goals. Now, I don't know if your goals are business, personal, relationship, financial. We all have these things floating around that we need to work harder, work more, earn more, do better. But here, it's just about you. It's just about letting go of all that stuff. That mask, just putting it aside for a moment and just being you. Just taking the time to just allow yourself to relax and let go. To love and appreciate yourself for exactly who you are, warts and all. Take this moment and just focus inside. Focus on your breathing and the beating of your heart. Focus on the sound of my voice. Focus on just letting go. And as you allow yourself to be open to my suggestions, as you allow yourself to drift down into a wonderful state, a state of hypnosis, a state of flow, a state of just like a beautiful daydream. This is a place where on some level you're still aware of everything that's going on around you. But then on some level, you're also really down deep into a wonderful, relaxed place. Now, as with going to the gym, different people can go into different levels of hypnosis. The more you do, the more focused you are, the more committed you are to yourself in this exercise, the deeper you will go, the stronger your mental muscle. I want you to allow yourself to just let go. You could resist every single suggestion. But then why would you be here? And why would you do that? So I want you now to just wonder, how deep can you go? And if you could go to a really deep, profound state, a place where your true consciousness, your true self lives, then what changes could you really make? What changes could you make now that will benefit you in a profoundly positive way in the next week, month, year? What can you do for yourself today that you in 5 years' time will be so grateful for? And would you notice it right now? And the good thing is, with your unconscious mind, the place where your regular habits are stored and created, the things that we do repeatedly that become part of our daily ritual and routine. Imagine being able to just develop a new ritual, a new routine that right now may just feel tiny, but next week, next month, next year can have a dramatic change. And that's the thing. We are not kind of created from the image we make of ourselves. But the habits that we do every day, the small rituals that we do repeated, the tiny steps are the things that make us who we are. They're the things that enable us to see our sense of identity. A person that starts a new hobby, as you continue to relax as you listen to the sound of my voice, the suggestions I give you and the stories I tell and the metaphors, etc., on some level will have that profound effect. On some level, you will understand deeper what that means. And I don't need to tell you what you need to do because you already know. You know when you're slacking off. You know when you're being too hard on yourself. Or on some level, you really know that that change you need to make needs to come from you. So as your unconscious mind can find you more positive habits and rituals, think of the person that kind of says it's the start of a new month, a new year, a new day. I'm going to become healthy. So a healthy person runs, jogs, eats lettuce, does all these many different things. But if this goes against who you see yourself as being, on some level, your unconscious mind fights this change. Your unconscious mind says, no, I'm not a person that drinks water. No, I'm not a person that runs. No, I'm not a person that eats healthy. There's a lot of things that you're forcing to try and change. And when you try and force that change, you're coming up against years and years of resistance. On an unconscious level, when you say, I'm a runner, I'm a healthy person, I am this, on some level in your unconscious mind, there's a little hypnotist within you that goes, no, you're not. You're a fatty, you're a junk food addict, you're a this, a that, a drinker, a smoker, an overeater, an emotional eater. Your unconscious mind knows who you are. And you, when you stop thinking about it, you really know who you are. But the good thing is you also know on some level why you do the things that you do. So by making a small change, so just swapping that one drink for a different drink. It may be that you swap an alcoholic drink for an orange juice. It may be that you just make a small change, that you just drink every other night rather than every night. That you just do these things in moderation. Experiment, try them around, and see what difference this can make. You may decide to just do a small walk instead of a drive. It may be that you decide to drink sparkling water, as I did, and it changed my life. It may be that you just decide to do something differently, that you may decide to stop every morning from just using your phone. And instead, that first 10 minutes that you're awake, you're not quite out of bed yet. Instead of just distracting yourself from life, you may decide to spend that time focusing on the things that we're grateful for, the things that we are pleased about in our lives, friends, family, the things that you do that bring joy to other people. It may be that just by spending 5 minutes in the morning focused on the things that make you feel good, the things that you are grateful for, that small change, that small habit, starting the day on that positive note, imagine the change that that can make. By the first thoughts that you think of the day are thoughts about gratitude. And then after that 5 minutes of you time, of looking for the things within that make you feel good without, then go about your normal day. This is a tiny, tiny change that you can make. It's a small tweak to your system. But imagine how powerful that can be as each day, as you train that muscle in your mental state, you find it easier to find more things to be grateful for. You find it easier to make powerful visualizations. And by doing this, you are training your mind. And your mind is a powerful tool. And on some level, you create images, thoughts, feelings. And these are the things that imprint on your personality, on the things that you believe are possible for you, on the energy that you give off to other people is all created right there. And so by doing this, you then change the image that you see within your mind. You see yourself as a better person. You see yourself having more energy. You think and feel in a more positive, productive way. So this way, when you are faced with a challenge, as you relax down deeper now, when you are faced with a challenge, you see this as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to test yourself and your abilities. You don't see this as oh, woe is me, the world and the universe is against me. In fact, you see this as something that's positive. Because by training your mind and body to see those positives, those opportunities, then you see it in a lighter, brighter, more positive way. And this is a tiny mindset change. Now, you can put as much or as little into this as possible. But if you change how you see yourself, you change who you become. A person that starts that new regime, a runner, after a while of running, that person sees themselves as a runner. It becomes part of their identity. It fills out into other things that they do. Now, I'm not suggesting you become a runner. It's up to you. Do what brings you joy. But when you change that sense of identity, of who you see yourself as, you then become that thing, that person, that energy. The person that takes up the habit of running, when does it change for them? When does that person become a runner? It's not when they buy the shoes. It's not when they buy all the equipment that then just ends up on the chair. No. at some point, whilst running, something clicks, a penny drops. It doesn't take 6 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years for them to believe that they're a runner. It takes a moment, a second, an instant. And it's sometime when they're maybe running in the rain and the cold, but they find a joy within that moment. And it's at that moment that they realize they are a runner. Running brings them joy. And this is the same for any hobby, any pastime, going to the gym. All of these things can become quite, you see yourself, your sense of identity comes from the things that we do. If we don't do things, we feel lost. There is a void that needs filling. So our choice is, do we fill this void with something positive and productive? Or do we fill this void or allow it to be filled with other people's stuff? Kept busy, chasing around, tidying up after other people, getting stressed and angry inside. And we're not angry at that other person, we're angry at ourselves. So what we've got to do is fill ourselves, fill that void within with positive thoughts, feelings, and actions. Find something that brings you joy. Painting, walking, running, writing, singing, listening to music, ice hockey, shooting, football, whatever it is, but find something that brings you joy. And if it's something that you can physically do rather than something that you can watch, so much better for that. Because there is something inside. When you do something for yourself, something physical, whether it be lift a heavy weight or draw a beautiful picture or even draw a terrible picture. I love to sing. I love to sing. If you heard me sing, you would not love it at all. My dancing and my singing are terrible. But I don't do them for other people. I do them in those moments when I'm alone to bring myself joy. And there is no better feeling than just belting it out. All the wrong notes, all the wrong tunes, but it just feels good inside. And that's the same with anything. When you do it for yourself, not for others, when you do it for your own approval, and you don't have to monetize it, you don't have to get approval from other people, you don't need their acceptance. This is for you. So, as you continue to relax down deeper right now, I want you to imagine yourself, see yourself doing something that brings you joy, something creative, something productive. Or you may remember a time in the past when you completed a task that just filled you with a sense of accomplishment, a sense of confidence, a moment where you kind of go, I did that. Pride. And as English people, sometimes we see pride as being a bad thing. But a sense of pride in oneself, in the things that you do. Take joy in that. Be proud of who you are and who you're going to be. And we're not perfect. By a long shot, we are not perfect. But we're a work in progress. And as long as you're working on improving yourself and your mindset and your body and your well-being, and if along that journey you can help and improve those things for other people as well, you find that this just kind of multiplies your sense of feeling good inside. It kind of gives other people permission to do the same. I go to a lodge quite regularly, and there is some singing involved in that, hymn type stuff, men singing along. And what's really interesting is if there's someone in there that isn't belting it out, everybody just kind of mumbles with a lack of confidence to belt it out. But when you get one person that's visiting that really belts it out, it doesn't matter if they're good or not, but it gives everyone else the courage, the permission, because if they're bad, it's okay for me to be bad. And everybody starts belting it out. And that's when the harmony happens. And you've got a group of guys that are singing and chanting a song together, and it just creates a harmony, a collective energy of people with the same focused goal, with the same energy, all pushing in the same direction. And this is the same of you and everything. If you create that confidence within yourself, that permission to just be you, to be you, you give other people around you permission to do the same. And there's such a wonderful feeling when you can see that your confidence instills confidence in others. Your positive energy that you radiate out helps them radiate their own energy. And you can then feed off their energy as well. We all know that feeling when you go into a room and there's just a dark energy. There's a person in there that just pulls it down. And it can really drain our resources dealing with that. But if your tank is full, if your cup is flowing over with that sense of self, then that kind of counteracts that negative energy. You fill the room with your positive energy, your confidence, and this really has a profound effect on the people around you. Because people really do feel you, just like you feel other people. And you know how debilitating that can be sometimes when someone steals your energy. But that's because you allow it to happen, because your resources were already drained to such a point that your mental well-being was weakened. By taking the time every day to focus on the things that you're grateful for, the good things you see in your future, to focus on your positive goals, then you're filling your batteries up. Your resources are being brought up. And by doing so, it protects you from those people that want to take your energy. But what's great is it then attracts the people around you that share that same positive energy. And then as a collective, you really do have this superpower of positive people with positive intentions doing good work. And this is great because these are the people that are going to help you achieve your goals, whether that be financial, personal, professional, or business. These are the people that you will work harder for and with because you're all doing the common good. Because when you're working against the grain, when you're working for or with people that don't bring you joy, it becomes difficult. It takes time, effort, and energy. And if there's no reward, no sense of pride at the end of that work, then this has a negative effect inside. It's okay to do hard graft. It's good to have grit and determination. It's great to challenge yourself and overcome obstacles. You've got to do this and feel good about it afterwards. Find yourself becoming more positive, more determined, and also more focused on your goals. And by all these things and giving yourself a better sense of self, you start to trust your own instinct and you set your own boundaries. You set limits on the time that you give freely to other people, knowing that that time could be time spent with you. That's the most important thing that we always try and talk about on these Sunday sessions. And your unconscious mind can really lock on to this principle that your purpose is to do good for others, as long as it doesn't or it isn't detrimental to yourself. You put yourself first, and then when your cup is full, you fill the cups of those people around you. You help the people that need your help after you have helped yourself. And here's the thing. We're all a work in progress. We're all working to become better, at better being humans, at better being people, to be a better friend. I struggle myself sometimes of being a good friend to others. But we all need to stop and focus on what's important inside. Tomorrow is the start of a new week, a fresh start. You can stop right now. Drop the baggage, the negativity, the thoughts and feelings of unwanted stuff that you've collected, that you've attracted, that you've accepted this week. And this is the time to go, that is left behind. This new week is a new week. And this week, I'm going to do better. 1% better than last week. And if you're only 1% better, then that's still progress in the right direction. Because the week after that, you can do another 1%. And the week after that, another 1%. A tiny, tiny change that all adds up to an amazing sense of self and purpose. Because that's how we got our insecurities. That's how we got our self-doubts. Like a tiny bit at a time. Tap, tap, tap. Now is your time to take control of that. Reverse those roles and just improve. 1%. Tap, tap, tap. Stronger, more positive, more focus. And your unconscious mind will reward you with better energy, a better sense of self, better sleep on a night time. I don't know which night this week will happen for you, but one night, I think you'll surprise yourself as your unconscious mind gives you a profound sleep. You'll wake up at your usual time like, wow, that was something special. And that's your unconscious mind rewarding you for taking control now. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 all the way up to 5. On the count of 5, you can open your eyes feeling fine and refreshed, enjoying this wonderful session. 1 and 2, lighter and brighter in every way, shape and form. Allowing the energy of the universe to flow through your mind and your body, going from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, every nerve, every fiber, every muscle of your body feeling so good. 1, 2, 3, lighter and brighter in every way, shape and form. Feeling good, feeling alive, feeling like you can achieve anything. Like something's just become unblocked inside of you. You can breathe easier. You can think clearer. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there right now. Looking forward to opening your eyes in a few moments' time and just feeling that really good feeling that we get every Sunday from these Sunday sessions. As we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open. Have a bit of a shake. Shake it off there. Wonderful. There we go. Thank you for joining us this Sunday again. I'll pop that link back up again. If you are on YouTube, you can join the Sunday Sessions group. This is a private Facebook group. Anything you post in there stays within the group. And in there, you can throw in any suggestions you have for any future Sunday Session shows. These are all done live in the Sunday Sessions group and over here on that there YouTube. And if there's anyone you know that would benefit from this, then please do like and share the Facebook link to the Sunday Sessions. And that's it from me for this week. Hopefully you are well and fine. Do take care. My name has been Grant Saunders, and I shall see you same time next week right here on the Sunday Sessions.